Growing up, I always wanted to make movies. I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to make people scared. I wanted to make them cry, but in a storytelling way, of course. I had a way of writing and telling stories like no other. Like, I told stories that made people wanting more. I didn't desire to want to be famous. I just wanted to have an impact on people. And from that point on, I knew I wanted to own my own movie studio eventually. Um, when it comes to like owning my own studio, I pretty much just wanted to like just tell my story, like just have fun, and that was pretty much my passion. In Robert Greene's book Mastery, he wrote, "Many of the greatest masters in history have confessed to experiencing some kind of force or voice or a sense of destiny that has guided them forward." I want to say my destiny or my sense of like guidance was pretty much just watching the behind the scenes of movies and TV shows. I always like seeing how that was. As life went on, I went to early college. I joined this program called DEET. DEET stands for Design, Engineering, Animation, and Technology. Um, in this program, I had ups and downs. More downs at the beginning due to me not knowing any kind of software like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, things like that. And in that program, I met this professor. Her name was Paula Hyman, and she gave me the best advice that I still take to this day, which was nothing wrong with having many skills, and that what you learn in this program will help advance you in your career choice down the line. With that information, I knew that I could approach how I do this program in my way, my passion, which my passion was still being wanting to do movies and stuff. So in every animation assignment, I approached it as a script. I approached it as a scene. Every animation that I would do, I would sit here and envision it through a script. That made this program even more funner, and I knew that this skill would help me further into like my profession and my passion in general. In the reading Mastery by Robert Greene, he told the story of Leonardo and how he had to make something of his own work, then copy his master. That's pretty much what I did. I didn't want to copy what she was telling us. I took her advice and I made every animation my own. Once I got into the 11th grade, I started making amazing pieces of animation, and I even started teaching animation to other kids and other people who wanted to do animation, but I still approached it in my way. Once I graduated, I went to Full Sail University in 2022, and I started my bachelor's in digital cinematography. I didn't know how that was gonna go because I didn't know much about cameras when I started that program. I spent most of my years doing animations and doing softwares like Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects. So I was used to like making and designing. I even did 3D things as well. So when it came down to Full Sail and I started my first class, and we had to learn about cameras and using my first Sony FX6 camera, I didn't know anything about it. I was feeling like I needed to change my career path because I felt like a failure because I didn't really know how to use the camera. So um, I started seeing my grade just plummet and realizing that I felt like I needed to think to myself and see if I still wanted to like pursue my passion, which I still had the desire and want to still be a film director and make movies. So what I did next was ask my professor, and he basically told me it's no problem like just asking for help, and I would set up Zoom calls and started doing the bonus assignments to like further my practice and get the practice with the camera so I can actually know. In Mastery by Robert Greene, he has a statement that says, if you are not careful, you will find this attitude infecting you, and in subtle ways, you will unconsciously lower your sights as to what you can accomplish in life. This strategy from this reading resonated with me the most because it kind of changed, like my mind changed, it shifted, and if it didn't change, I felt like I would potentially change my career path, or even like not even finish Full Sail and achieve my bachelor's like I did. As I continue in this program and this path of my program, I embrace failure. I embrace change. Like, I learn from my bad assignments, even like learning from my good assignments. Like, I learn how to get better at what I do. That passion started to wake me up every day, like making me want to learn more, make me want to do more. I graduated from Full Sail University in 2024 with my bachelor's in digital cinematography, and I still had that desire to be a film director. Not only do I have that desire to be a film director, still I started adding on to what I wanted to do. I still wanted to own my own studio, but I wanted to split my studio into a photography studio as well, and also still do cinematography as my main focus. Specifically, what I want to achieve in the next 3 weeks. First, I would specifically want to focus more on ambition. Going back to the grit and ambition assignment, I learned that have I've been lacking ambition, and I want to achieve more like passion and get more excitement from like the things that I do and I want to do. My desire is still to be a film director, so I want to have some kind of ambition to push me further than just like having it as a goal. Like, I want to have it more as in like I'm doing it. Like, I want to have more ambition on that. Another smart goal that I want to be able to achieve in the next 3 weeks is having more content be displayed on my personal Instagram and my portfolio as well. That way, that will get my name out there, and also showing people my creative style, my ability to pretty much like do a lot of things when it comes down to like my ability and my skill set. That's some of the goals that I want to achieve.